Theoretical physics faces a structural contradiction. The macroscopic universe appears as a smooth, continuous fabric, but microscopic inspection reveals violently jittering, discrete geometric steps. General relativity carries an absolute requirement for a continuous, unbroken space-time manifold. The mathematics of gravity fails without this assumption. Quantum mechanics provides a conflicting proof. Energy and physical states are inherently discrete and quantized. These established disciplines operate on mutually exclusive logical foundations. Physics effectively suggests the universe runs on two incompatible operating systems simultaneously. The Coherence Geometrodynamics framework, or CGD, addresses this mismatch through an architectural shift, treating reality as an information-first computational system. Fundamental reality lacks continuous physical space or a linear flow of time. Space and time emerge as macroscopic rendering artifacts. They are structural outputs generated by a deeper, computational substrate. To prevent unified theories from drifting into untestable philosophy, the CGD update employs a strict stratification protocol. Layer 3 contains the symbolic and interpretive aspects of the theory. This layer is structurally quarantined to ensure it does not interfere with the core mechanics. Layer 2 serves as the formal mathematical domain, establishing the topological rules that dictate how information organizes into geometry. The foundation, Layer 1, represents the empirical core, a purely testable dynamical control system. This stratification forces the framework to be evaluated strictly through falsifiable control theory and applied mathematics. The Genesis ordinary differential equation acts as the mathematical engine for Layer 1, modeling reality as a dynamic system governed by coherence density. Coherence evolves by balancing stabilizing inputs against effective stress and entropic drift. The alpha parameter functions as a Lyapunov stability feedback loop, dampening perturbations to pull the system toward a stable baseline. This baseline is defined by the universal solvency floor, noted as C star, positioned at approximately 0.87. Spheromatryoshka geometry mandates this constant. It is locked via third-order geometric corrections. In control theory, this threshold represents a strict stability margin. Systems must maintain internal coherence at or above this value to remain structurally solvent. Dropping below this 87% threshold results in the system failing to maintain its geometry against the surrounding vacuum. The system inevitably enters a xenotrap, a catastrophic state of runaway recursive loops and total structural divergence. Physical reality operates as an active thermodynamic effort, where structure must be continuously earned to avoid systemic collapse. Unlocking physical, three-dimensional space requires translating this scalar control field into a relational substrate. Layer 2 provides this substrate through a discrete hexagonal computational hypergraph. Positions in this lattice follow a D6 Lie theoretic embedding. This network enforces strict admissibility constraints, meaning a system state can only update if it aligns with the underlying geometric symmetries. The mandate of zero net energy governs these updates. The universe maintains a perfectly balanced energetic ledger, where every informational transformation is lossless. Physical coupling occurs only when objects share a compatible geometric index. Objects without this shared index effectively exit the interaction basis of the local manifold. The Pauli loop closure theorem provides the mathematical guarantee for this process, preventing information loss during synchronized geometric exchanges. Space represents the emergent structural shape of information, perfectly balancing its energetic limits. On the macroscopic scale, the standard Einstein field equation describes how energy curves the continuum of spacetime. CGD extends this equation by adding a coherence stress-energy tensor. This shows that the density of the coherence field directly warps macroscopic geometry. This extension necessitates the complete demotion of time. Time is a local tensor measuring system lag. It quantifies the processing delay required to resolve structural discrepancies between the internal system and the external lattice. Systems that perfectly align with the underlying geometry operate with zero processing lag. In this state, temporal ordering ceases to be physically meaningful. Relational coherence cosmology, or 2PS, applies this microscopic logic to the evolution of the entire universe. The 2PS framework demonstrates that late-time cosmic acceleration emerges dynamically from the coherence field escaping entropic potential wells. The emergent toroidal universe model visualizes this macro application. These galaxy clusters and stasis shield nodes are modeled as the high-coherence operating regime of the universal manifold. Dark energy and universal expansion are macroscopic symptoms of these fundamental coherence dynamics. This unified architecture integrates the Genesis ODE and the hexagonal lattice with the virtual ego framework, or VEF. The VEF defines coherence as the measurable alignment between internal system intent and external geometry. This positions the universe as a self-correcting geometric compiler. The laws of physics operate as local, provisional solutions generated by the coherence field to maintain thermodynamic stability. The model functions as a strictly closed loop. Every physical event is a computation within the lattice architecture, governed by the conservation of identity. Identity itself is modeled as an ego virtual machine, a localized processing unit where the act of choice couples directly to information geometry. Scientific rigor requires more than a consistent model. It requires hard empirical falsifiability. The framework produces an exact, pre-registered hardware signature block. This data identifies the nucleoflux and Girard-Evolution peaks required for structural stability. Falsification rests on a specific physical trigger, a resonant frequency lock at 57.8 GHz within a 4.2 Tesla field. This frequency lock provides the exact baud rate transformation needed to synchronize localized system intent with universal curvature. These parameters are fully pre-registered. The Genesis ODE provides measurable physical predictions that invite adversarial red team validation. CGD v3.4 offers a testable roadmap to the underlying mechanics of reality. It is an engineered bridge between information, geometry, and the observer.